And the teams are recognizing that. You saw Atlanta draft a running back in the first round. He is a franchise running back. They're not devaluing them.
So whether we use the words devalued or underpaid, there's definitely been a shift in the NFL as far as the running back position. If we take a look at the top 3 rushers from last year, Saquon, who went over 2,000 yards, crazy. Derrick Henry and Bijan Robinson all are earning significantly less than their counterparts at wide receiver. And truthfully, I believe that there's a lot of reasons that this has happened, such as the shift in pass-heavy offenses. But today we're going to look at an interview with Jerome Bettis the Bus, a Hall of Fame running back who I think is pretty qualified to talk about this issue and see what he says about the changing dynamics of the running back position in the NFL and give you 3 reasons why this has changed. And for a little context, at this point in the interview, RC asked Jerome Bettis the Bus about Saquon Barkley.
I see a player that has the home run ability, but has the ability to run in between the tackles, because a lot of times you have either or. You usually don't have a player, a running back, that is an in-between the tackles runner, but also has the ability to go the distance. That's why Fred was so special, because he can run in between the tackles, right? And you can get to 3 to 4 yards, but then I can also break to 40, 50, 60 yards. And that's why Derrick Henry is so valuable, because they can run in between the tackles. Because I try to tell all the young running backs, you run inside to get outside. You cannot run outside to get outside. You run inside to get outside. And they understand that, right? And they have that physical capability as well, right? That they can take 20, 25, 30 carries if that's what it takes to win this football game. And that's the definition of a franchise running back.
So reason number 1 is wear and tear. NFL franchises and owners have basically decided that instead of giving one running back 25 to 30 carries and having him carry that load, it's cheaper for them to have 2 running backs, maybe not as talented, but split that offensive load and help the franchise save money, as well as having a backup plan just in case one of the backs go down.
That term is the term that we've lost, the franchise running back. And I believe the organizations that have recognized it are the ones that are flourishing. And when you look at the decision that Philadelphia made, they identified him as the guy. And they said, if we can get him, it's going to be a coup. Now, because if we get him behind our offensive line, it's exactly what they thought it would be when they were making this decision. They said, if we can get him, man, he could probably run 2,000 yards. And bam. Yes, he's that good, right? And in Baltimore, they said, man, if we can get Derrick Henry, he can probably go bananas.
1920.
And he almost ran for 2,000 yards. They understood the value of a franchise running back.
Reason number 2 is something that I mentioned in the introduction, and it has to do with the way that the offenses are structured. With the way that the NFL offenses work with the spread, sometimes they would rather have weapons such as slot receivers and pass blocking O linemen to spread the ball around the field, as opposed to having a structure of wide receivers and offensive linemen that are excellent run blockers, which simply doesn't give you the ability to give a running back the ball 25 to 30 times a game and do it effectively. At the end of the day, NFL teams would rather spread the ball around and not have somebody that's taking that wear and tear, rather than having a team built around a franchise running back, which can be risky due to the high contact and high injury rates that running backs can go through.
And the teams are recognizing that. You saw Atlanta draft a running back in the first round. He is a franchise running back. You saw Detroit draft a running back. He is a franchise running back. So they're not devaluing them. They're not out there as plentiful as they were, because you only got 4 or 5 colleges that run a pro-style offense that line you up at 7 yards deep and run downhill. You just don't see that anymore in college. So if I'm identifying talent in the NFL, I'm not sure if these guys can handle it or they can be a downhill runner. Well, we know for sure these guys are, right? We saw them do it, and we saw them do it in college, right? So the NFL recognizes the talent, but they can't find that many franchise running backs. So they're still there, and when they see them, they pay them.
Yeah.
You see Taylor in Indianapolis. When you see him, you pay him, because there's not a lot of them out there. So if I can get one, I better hold on to him, because he's gold. And those guys who have him are the teams that's playing in the playoffs. And the problem is, in college, we don't have as many. So you got to kind of sift through to find that one who can be that franchise running back.
And finally, number 3, the college system doesn't cater to running backs. The hurry-up offenses, the spread, a lot of teams don't give a running back 25, 30 carries. Ashton Jeanty might be one of the few backs that was getting that many carries a game. Cam Skattebo is another one that I can think of that was of where college football is going. But that's just about all I got, guys. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If there's any topics you would like me to cover, leave it in the comments section, and I'll see if I if I make a video about it. But as always, run on your toes, keep your mouth closed, and most importantly, live to fight another day.